Good morning from Glenwood Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Mark Manning. Welcome. If you look real quickly at me and you compare this message to the other ones that I post, it's morning, June 1st, which I consider to be the beginning of summer. And you can see I'm not wearing a suit coat and a tie. I'm a little bit less formal during the summer. The weather has been beautiful recently. It's a time of year we've all been looking forward to, I think, after this long winter. Our reading today is from Genesis chapter 1. And I begin with the 19th verse. And there was an evening and there was a morning, the fourth day, and God said, "Let the waters bring forth swarms of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the dome of the sky." So God created the great sea monsters and every living creature that moves of every kind with which the waters swarm, and every winged bird of every kind. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth." And there was evening and there was morning, the fifth day. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures of every kind, cattle and creeping things, and wild animals of the earth of every kind." And it was so. God made the wild animals of the earth of every kind, and the cattle of every kind, and everything that creeps upon the ground of every kind. And God said and saw that it was good. This passage brings me back to my childhood. My dad was a teacher, and he had a very developed sense and love for nature. In fact, during the summer, when we had summer school for the fun of it, instead of using it as a time to make up for all the stuff that we hadn't done during the school year, he taught a nature study course, a popular one, and I took it when I was in elementary school as well. And we'd meet during the summer and we'd go on various field trips and we'd learn about all sorts of things related to nature and conservation. It didn't just stop there either. I grew up in a camping family. My parents had a tent camper for, I think, as long as I can remember almost. And in the summer, my dad was a school principal, teacher first, then school principal. We would use vacation time and weekends to go camping in the many state parks in Minnesota. And we took longer trips also to the Rocky Mountains and out to South Dakota, various places. And camping was a way to get close to nature. I think my mom thought it was also a very good way for us to get dirty. But I also came to understand and appreciate nature on a level as a result of all that time spent in nature. To this day, I'm a bird watcher. I don't spend as much time as I used to, but I started bird watching when I was a teenager and have kept it up in various times and places, and done traveling and such for these many years, and have brought my wife Joyce into it, and to a certain degree also taught some of our kids about it. Nature is very important to me. We're members of the Nature Conservancy. We're members of the Minnesota Conservation Volunteer Organization. We support with our not only our time but our money conservation causes. And so this scripture rings really true to me. God has created everything and still does. And God has created us as well. We need to always remember the relationship that we have with creation is through God. We do not solely stand and solely hold dominion over it. We're there to work on behalf of God, who's created all. And at the end of our lives, we don't take creation with us. We hand it back over to those who live after us and to God. A great responsibility, because it's a great gift. May God bless you as you enjoy this wonderful creation that we share in here in Glenwood and Starbuck area, Lake Minnewaska, various places as you take your vacations this summer. Always remembering that that which you enjoy has been created by someone else, not necessarily just for our enjoyment, but for our stewardship and caretaking.